happy readers, my name is Liz and today we're going to talk about Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. This is the third and I believe final book in the Anna Companion series in which we follow Isla Martin. She is a senior in high school at the soap school. Basically, it's not about soap. It stands for something that I can't remember, but basically it's Americans living in Paris and quite privileged youth, quite rich, and they go to the school and it sounds super fancy and I want to go to there. So Isla's had this undying crush on Josh since about freshman year, and they're in the same grade but they kind of hang out with different kinds of people, and not until one fateful night when they meet at a restaurant cafe kind of place in New York City when they're both home do they actually meet and really talk to one another. And this so happens to be after she's had her wisdom teeth taken out. So she's kind of drugged up. And much like any of Stephanie Perkins' other leading males, he is of course just a gentleman, walks her home and everything. We learn that Josh and Isla have kind of liked each other for a while now, but really haven't crossed paths, whatever it is. So it's not quite insta love, it's just kind of insta dating, I don't know. So let's talk about characters. So I thought Josh was gonna be this rebellious heartbreaker kind of guy because he kind of gets set up like that in this novel at least. Kind of is like set up like their relationship could explode at any moment, and he was really low-key and he was really just like, I like you and you like me and let's make this work, and he's writing this graphic novel about his life and he shares it with her and things. Yeah. I kind of wanted to read his graphic novel, kind of wish there was some of that inserted in there. That would have been kind of cool, but you know, you can't be picky. Also, I wish we could have gotten his perspective. I feel like his life was a little bit more interesting than Isla's life because she had a very like vanilla life. Not a lot of drama. She dated like a guy who was not so great to her before Josh, but other than that, not a lot of drama there. She did lose one of her friends because she decided she wanted to remain best friends with the guy that she's been really good friends with her whole entire life. But really, again, privileged youth. And to continue talking about Josh, because I liked his character so much more than Isla. Can you tell? I was not the biggest fan of Isla. Yeah, but basically, Josh was very upfront with his feelings. He made not a lot of grand gestures, but quite a few, enough to be like, hey, I'm for real. I'm not gonna jump ship. I'm here. Yeah. I will say this about Isla, she's very easy to slip into her character, into her crazy shoes. She had some ridiculous shoes, by the way. She has one friend, not a lot of interests, and no idea what she's gonna do in her future. I could kind of relate to that since I went into college that kind of way, where I didn't know a lot of people. Let's see, I was undeclared and it took me a while to even get through college. All that kind of stuff. I can relate to that. She does make some really awesome realizations having to do with her relationship with Josh and just herself in general. Just figuring stuff out, and I thought those realizations were so on point. Can't even. Anyway, let's talk about another character who is pretty dang awesome, and that is Kurt. He is Isla's best friend in the whole wide world, slash almost brother, slash I don't understand why they sleep in the same bed together. I still think that's weird. I think it's weird. He has high-functioning autism, which is very similar to some of the people in my life who have autism, and I thought that was really awesome that she wrote about that. That was a thing in this novel, was that there was a high-functioning autistic person who isn't patronized or anything like that. Like, when Josh is like, hey, so what's up with this guy? Is that your boyfriend? He's not trying to be weird, he's just kind of like, I don't understand this relationship here. He's not jealous or anything really, he's just kind of like, oh, what's going on there. And Kurt's thing is maps and finding the right way, and so finding the best route to somewhere, and that kind of ties into some interesting philosophy in the book. Let's talk about the story. While reading this book, it was just a super cute story, and then bam, everything explodes. It does take a while to get there, but the thing that I really like about contemporary is the drama, and it delivered. It delivered. Also, everything that tied into, it's not quite the story, but it's the story in all 3 of the books, but there are some things that happen that are good. Yes. Probably like, Liz, why is all the flailing happening? But things can't tell you because it'll ruin some parts, and I'm not gonna tell you. Not gonna tell you. You have to read at least the last half of this book. You have to read all of it, but you should pick up this book and the book as a whole. Although the main thing and the main relationship that we are focusing on in this book are Josh and Isla, I felt like her relationships with other people were the ones that really helped her grow, like with Kurt and with Hattie and her other sister, just with everybody else, and that's how you see her growth, is through her talking to these other people. And, you know, I'm glad that Kurt is autistic because he's able to kind of call her out and be like, look, you're doing this. That's not cool, okay? And so that also lent some good things into the story. Not every autistic person is going to be like, let me tell you that. My brother is pretty quiet. I know that it's really weird that I didn't so much like Isla as a character as much as everyone else in the book, although I still like kind of related to her. She just drove me nuts just a little bit. Just, I don't know. Overall as a series, I felt like this one was my least favorite. It goes Lola, Anna, Isla. Like, there's that honesty. Like, seriously, I got this book for review and I was like, I'm gonna tell it like it is, cause yeah, I saw Ariel's review, which you should go read. It's on Goodreads. I'll link that below. I don't know if she's made a video yet, but that one's really good too. I like it when people don't necessarily like the book and they're able to say, hey, this is what happened, because I think the book, I don't know what necessarily it suffered from, but it just didn't, it was okay. It served its purpose. It served being a cute contemporary, but I don't think it was like what everybody was expecting. I know some people were like, this is my favorite book of all the year, of all best expectations, and I think that's the thing, is we expected this great grand contemporary novel like Anna and Lola were. It didn't. It didn't. I liked it enough, but it's not one of those books that I'm like, I'm gonna be pushing this on everyone. I feel like it's the book that you kind of have to read because you read Anna and Lola, and that's just kind of it. I do hope you pick this up for yourself and that you, you know, because I hear a lot of people who really, really like it, and I hear a lot of people who, you know, had some feelings of otherwise, and I was kind of in the middle, so I kind of, you know, 3.5 out of 5 stars, somewhere around there, would be probably about where my rating would lie. And so I hope you guys, again, go pick this up for yourself. Go see how you like it, because I don't want to deter you from liking this, because I had a lot of mixed feelings, as you can see. I liked Josh. I like a lot of the other characters. I liked Hattie. I liked Isla's older sister and other characters, of course. But yeah, this video's long. I hope you guys have a great day and keep reading.